saddle pals, always together in all kinds of weather, reeling and rocking, rolling down the trail.
Hi everybody, it's Bill. Well, today we're going to be talking about love, sex, and bisexuality, and how those things play together and work together. And the first thing I guess I want to talk about is the difference between love and sex. And is there a difference? And do you know what it is? And you know, I know that I'm not talking to children here, and I'm not talking to people who don't know what they're about. So please forgive me if I get a little too rudimentary here, but sex, when you get to a certain age and you start desiring sex, sex becomes very important. It becomes a very, very important thing. And when you're dealing with relationships for the first time, whether it's with another guy or with a girl or whoever it is, whoever you are, your sexual feelings for another person are going to be there, and they're going to be on the surface, and they're going to be something that you're going to be aware of. And that feeling of desire may convince you that you love a person. And love is I was about to say it was a very different thing, but it's not really a very different thing, because sex can be part of, and is part of sharing an intimate feeling of love with another person. But love and the coming together of two people has to be about more than sex. It has to be about compatibility. Do you like the same things? Do you like to do the same kinds of things? Do you fit well together? That's where love works. And of course, that's something that you can work on. Sexual desire is another thing. You have sexual desire, and it's kind of a set thing, unfortunately. And this is where we're going with this, because this is particularly for young people. And I heard read an article the other day, and it was about there was a time when young guys, when they come of age, 11, 12, 13 years old, did a little fooling around with each other. Everything from mutual masturbation all the way up to oral and anal sex. And this is a natural thing that happens to both gay boys and heterosexual boys. And I was reading this article the other day, and it said basically that that boys didn't fool around anymore like they did back in my day so much, because once you fool around now, then it's sort of required upon you now to say that you're gay. And a lot of boys don't want to say that they're gay. And so they fool around, and this is just simple fooling around, and isn't necessarily gay, isn't necessarily homosexual, but they're not going to do that anymore. They say this is one of the reasons why young guys are fooling around with girls, and there's so many more unwanted pregnancies and things now, is because guys feel compelled now, if they want to fool around, they're going to fool around with a girl, because they don't want to be gay. So I'd be interested to hear what you young fellas think about that, and how you feel about that in terms of fooling around and being gay, and what you think about that. That'd be interesting to hear about. But in any event, we're getting now into bisexuality, because a lot of guys don't want to label themselves as gay, but they're willing to label themselves as bi, because they're attracted to girls and they're attracted to guys. And some guys just want to say that because they don't want to say they're gay, just like in the other instance. So they say, I'm bi. But there's some people who are bi. I mean, it's a real It's a real orientation, just like being gay or being straight or being trans or any other variety of orientations that there are. Being bi is a legitimate orientation, and people should respect that. But what is that? How does that work?